Salam Tanat, Ainais Telin. Greetings, Rasi Adinos Teferi. We want to talk about this particular image right here that we've used to explain in word pictures the truth of His Imperial Majesty and Christ and His kingly character. So we want to just address some of these images that we use and to explain and articulate on what these images actually mean, what they refer to, the reference to them, the sources that you may be able to find these particular images, pictures, and other evidence. This is like factual evidence. We call this art and facts, or artifacts, art and facts. On the left-hand side is an early painting of Jesus, Yehoshua, or Emmanuel, the Son of the Almighty Jah, of Yahweh. And on the right is a picture of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie, Haile Selassie I, Jesus, or Christ in His kingly character. Quote, one of the St. Catherine's Monastery's oldest, best preserved, and most well-known works is a painted icon. The word icon means image, of Jesus, Yeshua, Yehoshua, called in Greek the Pantocrator. The Pantocrator. And Pantocrator means all sovereign or ruler of all. Pan and Krator, Pantocrator. This painting would remain virtually unknown. This particular painting, the one that you see on the left hand, would remain virtually unknown until fairly recently, when it was allegedly discovered and examined by the archaeologist George Soterio in 1930. Now, how ironic was that? In 1930, the picture and the image on the left, it was discovered and it was examined by an archaeologist named George Soterio in 1930. 1930, as we all know, that was the year that the King of Kings, Haile Selassie I, or Rastafari, Lij Teferi, Rastafari, Negus Teferi, sat on the throne of great King David in the renewed kingdom of David in Ethiopia in 1930, November 2nd, 1930. And we have this particular image of the Pantocrator of Jesus, Yehoshua, Emmanuel, an early painting known to the early Christians, was rediscovered in the very same year that Haile Selassie I sat on the throne of David and was crowned, was anointed, therefore christened Christ, anointed from the lineage and genealogy of great King David. Now, it is widely believed that it is upon the Pantocrator image that nearly all existing Christ images were based. The icon is over 1,500 years old. So you could do the math yourself. 1930, archaeologist George Soterio, he allegedly discovered and examined this early image of the Pantocrator, and the icon is 1,500 years old. So if you do the math, it's roughly something like 430. And around 430, we can do the history of that to see what the early Christian world was like. So St. Catherine is very interesting. St. Catherine's Monastery. There's other images that we've used in our other videos from St. Catherine's Monastery. And these earlier images that was that are found and were found, and in some of the videos, there's a video called it was a PBS video. The video's named is the image of Jesus, I think, the face of Jesus, as well as another video, I think, about Mary that was also put out by PBS. But in the face of Jesus video, there's some scenes where they show St. Catherine's Monastery. Also, History Channel did some documentaries that feature St. Catherine's Monastery. Very important. This is why we're reminding you of this, St. Catherine's. But St. Catherine's is located deep in Egypt's Sinai Desert. Sinai, Mount Sinai, Moses, so forth and so on. And it was built, St. Catherine's Monastery, in 330 AD. Now, this image is from the book In His Image by Saint Paco. And this now leads us to the conclusion of this particular part of our examination and study. And we want to reference Saint Paco's In His Image by Saint Paco, subtitled Haile Selassie, Bob Marley, and the Second Coming of Christ. It's a very important and very good book. We'll try to put the link on the internet if you would like to order this book, because this book was sent to us, I believe, by Saint Paco, the brother or brethren and sisterin and them who put together this very good book, a very important book. And I hope that this book has been I don't see any ISBN, but hopefully it was copyrighted in 2005 by Paco D. Taylor, aka Saint Paco, and it's published by Funky Flyer Kings. A very interesting, well-researched, well-informed book. And this is where we have found this particular image, the early painting of the comparison between the early painting of Jesus, Yehoshua, Emmanuel, the Son of the Almighty Jah, Yahweh, and the picture of Haile Selassie, the first of Ethiopia's Imperial Majesty, Jesus Christ, and his kingly character. So do your own homework and study on it. But this particular image is very important, and the history and the facts, and one can just do their own comparison and do their own research and find the truth for themselves. There's more that we will do in this series, Art and Facts series, but this particular image, we thought that it was necessary for us to discuss just this particular art and fact, discussing art and facts to prove as evidence of Christ and his kingly character. Moan Besses Em Negede Yehuda, Kadamawa Haile Selassie, Siyume Xiavir, Negusu Negasa Zechopia. Ine, Yenanto Wendem, Yado. Salam Tana, Tina, Yes.